Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Today I will tell you the recap Chinese drama. The drama started with Li Xiangyi's sword was the quickest in the world 10 years ago. Li Xiangyi was just 15 years old when he fought the monster of the blood realm, establishing him as the world's strongest martial artist. When he was only 17, he founded the Sigu sect. By the age of 20, he had risen to the pinnacle of the martial arts world. He was tenacious in enforcing norms and traditions, which eventually put a stop to the chaos and infighting. He was a legend. Nonetheless, many others, especially the Feisheng of the Jinyuan alliance, want to defeat him. The Feisheng was so determined to defeat Li Xiangyi that he murdered Li Xiangyi's senior, Shan Godao. This was Li Xiangyi's conclusion. So he proceeded to combat the Feisheng, who was looking forward to facing Li Xiangyi in a fight to the death. And they fought in the Feisheng's ship. Despite the fact that Li Xiangyi was a stronger swordsman, the Feisheng recognized that he might be vanquished. He informed Li Xiangyi that he could never be the finest and most flawless swordsman because he thinks like a hero, not a swordsman. They struggled for a long time before falling to the bottom of the sea. The Sigu sect defeated the Jinyuan alliance, but without Li Xiangyi, the Sigu sect was disbanded, leaving only the Bachia sect. After 10 years, Li Xiangyi returned as Li Lianhua in Jiazhu village. He is making his own mythology as a doctor who can resurrect the dead. An exam was being held at the Bachia Academy to choose the top 5 pupils. A masked student was the finest. He refused to take off his mask, but one of the masters, Shishui, did it for him. The masters were displeased that he had returned. Fang Duobing was the student who claimed that he had been training at the academy for 3 years but that the masters would constantly disqualify him. The reason was that Duobing is the only descendant of the Andi Manor, and his father was Minister Fan, who sent a letter to Bachia Academy warning that if Fang Duobing trained there, the minister and lady he would destroy the academy and build a pigsty in its place. However, cunning Duobing displayed to the Bachia masters the dagger bearing the signature of the Sigu sect's supreme chief. Duobing claimed to be a direct pupil of Li Xiangyi. As a result, the Bachia masters were obliged to recognize Duobing as one of their own. Meanwhile, the Bachia masters received word that Jinyuan alliance demons had begun to appear in Jiazhu, which needed to be examined. Fang Duobing offered to undertake the job. Dr. Li, who was being hounded by the Hall of Wind and Flames group, was almost the first person he saw. Dr. Li was rescued by Duobing when he discovered his waste token from the Bachia sect. Duobing felt confident and urged the guys to leave Dr. Li since it was simply rumor that he could bring a dead man back to life. Duobing demonstrated his martial arts ability to them. Dr. Li became friends with Duobing. Dr. Li later sedated Duobing while they were drinking. Dr. Li warned Duobing just before he fell asleep that as an investigator, he was almost worthless. Plus, who takes a maid and a manservant to a police investigation? Dr. Li had long since left when Duobing awoke. Dr. Li was ranked top on Duobing's most wanted list. Duobing and his entourage traveled to Jiazhu city in search of the Lingshan sect. They learned that the Z High Priest of the Lingshan sect had recently become a golden boy and that a replacement was being sought from regular people. The foretold qualifications were for a 16-year-old immortal kid who was born in the city's southwest in early April and had a lotus mole on the sole of his right foot. It just so happened that Duobing's manservant perfectly fulfilled the prophecy. So that's Li Xiangyi's story. He's a renowned swordsman who has risen from the dead and is now a doctor who can resurrect the dead. What is he going to do next? Stay tuned to find out. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to subscribe to my channel for more. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them below in the comments section. Thanks for watching.